Okay, so I think you guys know that I do not normally do this sort of stuff. And I'm not the kind of person who has any sort of a malicious intent against anyone. Like, I could normally see any sort of content, and I'm not the toxic type. I'm not the kind of person who likes to put people on blast. I don't take any sort of like satisfaction from really making people look stupid. Like, the only thing I do, I make myself look stupid, and that's the reason why I made my YouTube channel, by the way. But seriously, guys, I want to talk about something here, and I want to bring to you guys your attention to this article, because I think it's really one of the worst articles I've ever seen in my entire life. And I know that sounds a little bit harsh, but the whole structure of this article, it just makes it seem like the person who wrote this is trying to talk to idiots. Like, he thinks like the Dragon Ball fan base is so brain dead to the point where they're just gonna read this, they're just gonna be like, oh my god, so fucking good, holy shit, you did a great job. No, this article, I think it eclipses a lot of the things that I read. It's just because this article, it's not about how information are so unfactual, it's just that it doesn't even provide anything. It gives you a lot of claims, but it doesn't give you any supporting evidence. So let me start. Let me just show you here, and let's start one by one, and you're slowly going to understand what I mean by it doesn't provide you by anything. And just to show you how this article was so incompetently written, that in the intro of this article, which I'll provide, by the way, in the description down below, if you wanna like read some of the stuff, because I doubt I'm gonna be able to cover everything in it, because this video is gonna be way too long if I do. But in the intro, he says that here are the 25 of the craziest fan theories pertaining to Dragon Ball GT. So right off the bat, this dude fucks it up. The list is 24, and he writes in the introduction that there are 25. So yeah, oh boy. So in the first entry, he has the title as Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super might actually be in the same timeline. Okay, so I would normally have a problem with people saying that, because everybody knows that Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball GT they have nothing to do with each other. Dragon Ball GT is treated like how Dragon Ball movies are. And when I say they're treated as if the Dragon Ball movies are, they're not really like... Toriyama had some input in the Dragon Ball movies. And the same thing with Dragon Ball GT, Akira Toriyama also had a few input. He designed some of the characters, like he designed Vegeta, he designed some of the planets, he designs the outfits of Trunks and Pan. So does that mean that Trunks, Pan, and Vegeta's hairstyle are the only canon things in Dragon Ball GT? No, it's not, because Bojack was also designed by Akira Toriyama, but Bojack was not canon. So it means that not everything Akira Toriyama says or do is canon. So if I'm with Akira Toriyama and Akira Toriyama is just drunk and plastered, and he was like, yeah dude, Yamcha can beat Goku, like he's drunk saying that, does that mean that Yamcha can actually beat Goku because drunk Akira Toriyama said that? No, it doesn't mean that. Akira Toriyama will have to get his pen and get a paper, he has to write that, and he has to produce that by Shueisha, or the people who do the manga. They would have produced that, and then it would be canon. So it doesn't mean that if Akira Toriyama sneezes, that thing would be canon. Anyways, this is a whole different thing. The problem I have with this is not with the title itself, but actually the description of what he says afterwards. So let's see what he says. Okay, so basically what he says here, he doesn't really say anything. All he says in this, and this is no joke, what he says is just he shits on Dragon Ball GT. He says Dragon Ball GT is so bad. He says that a lot of Dragon Ball fans can attest to how bad Dragon Ball GT is. Dragon Ball GT has a bad reputation. Yeah, fuck Dragon Ball GT. Okay, then what? Then he starts saying, oh well, after Super Dragon Ball Heroes has aired, we can say that Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super takes in the same timeline. And we're gonna discuss this later on. How? What? Like, imagine if I made like a video about the top 10 things you didn't know about Ultra Instinct. Number 10. Oh, there are a lot of interesting things about Ultra Instincts. I will tell you later. It's like, What? They didn't actually tell you. They just told you that Dragon Ball GT was bad, and because Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball Heroes is a thing, that they're gonna start discussing more. So really, he should change it to not 24 theories, but rather 23 plus double introduction, I guess, because it doesn't really say anything in the beginning. He just says that Dragon Ball GT is bad. And here's the first warning sign that this guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He says in the first paragraph that the shoddy storytelling to lazy writing all the way to lackluster fight scenes, there is no shortage of the complaints that most fans have with their series, to the point where they straight up declared Dragon Ball GT to not be canon. What do you mean declared not to be canon? You make it sound like, and here's the thing, a lot of people have this misconception that Dragon Ball Super was made to non-canonize or to erase Dragon Ball GT, which it just doesn't make sense. I can't believe that actually people think that Dragon Ball GT was once canon. And by the way, this is not me saying that Dragon Ball GT is bad, because not being canon doesn't mean it's bad. Naruto is not canon to Dragon Ball Z because Naruto is a different continuity. It has its own show. So by the same logic, Dragon Ball GT has its own continuity. So Dragon Ball GT is canon to itself. It's not canon to the manga of Dragon Ball Z, or it's not canon to Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super is also not canon to the manga of Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super is the canon to the anime of itself. So it just doesn't make sense when a lot of people talk about stuff that they do not know about. Again, in the second entry, he says Dragon Ball GT happened because someone used the time machine to mess around with the timeline. Huh. Okay, so what are you gonna say about it? He says, including the concept of time travel in any series will undoubtedly lead to the ideation of a number, I fucked up that word, alternate fan theories and realities. It's easy to see why this is the case. After all, the concept of changing the timeline of your favorite show is so enticing that this wild speculation is pretty much expected. Okay, but then he doesn't really tell you anything else. He just says, oh, well, time changing, time manipulation. Okay, and then what? You do realize that for a theory to work, you have to have something to support your theory. Literally, there is nothing here that supports his theory. He just says, oh, well, it could be time travel. Time travel doesn't work that way, bitch. Like, I just don't understand. I really do not understand. I'm not going to waste more time, so let's just go to the second one. Oh, hey, look, what a funny coincidence. He took and used my thumbnail that I designed myself without permission. Wow, how cute.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
This theory states that the Dragon Ball GT universe was destroyed by the Omni King. No. Universes are universes, they're not timelines. As such, Trunks, the future of Trunks' timeline, is not in a different universe. It's in Universe 7, but in a different timeline. So Dragon Ball GT would be in Universe 7. It wouldn't be in a different timeline. Thank you. Moving on. Okay, boys, I won't lie. I am losing my mind here because this one is just makes me want to bang my head to the wall. Now, I understand that the author of this list probably didn't really put too much thought into this. He might not be a Dragon Ball fan. All he did was collect some really stupid headcanons and put it in this list. And in this entry, this is no exception, because he says Goku decided to use his powers after fusing with the dragon to rewind time, nullifying GT's events. Okay, you know what? Let's give it a shot and let's see what he says. He says, sometimes things get so bad that the only thing worth doing is to rewind back to a more pleasant time. Just ask Whis when he decided to turn back time and prevent the premature destruction of Earth at the hands of Frieza. However, this particular theory is slightly more complicated than that. Oh, please tell me how complicated it is. The ending of Dragon Ball GT is fairly serviceable, even though a lot of fans would suggest, these people didn't watch Dragon Ball GT. After destroying Omega Shenron, preventing the destruction of Earth, again, Goku and his friends were visited by Shenron. Okay. Who basically stated that the Earth had misused the Dragon Balls and is a time that they took care of their own problems. Goku initially agreed with this mentality and fused with the Shenron, but what's to say he didn't have a change of heart? Okay, what's to say that? Let's see what he says. After all, Goku realized how important the Dragon Balls actually are for Earth. If that is the case, then he might have used his new powers after fusing with the dragon to rewind time to the start of Dragon Ball Super, leading to a new series of events that we're pretty familiar with. Yeah, of course. That's what any protagonist would do when something is retconned. When something becomes non-canon, the protagonist rewinds time, right? Who remembers when Ash rewinds time in every single season so that he can continue off with his adventures? Who can forget that? Who can forget that Batman, Spider-Man rewinding time in every single comic issue? Well, here's the thing with this piece of shit little bit entry. Goku cannot do that. There hasn't been a hint that he can do that. The Dragon Shenron cannot do that. It just, none of it makes sense. None of it, when you rewind time, it doesn't create an alternate reality. Like, it does create different events, but not to this point. And why would Goku wait 150 years or whatever the time frame he did to do that? Like, Goku was fairly certain, like, the Earth was in peace. The Earth didn't need Dragon Balls. The whole point that they didn't need Dragon Balls. So unless you can convince me that there was an event where they needed Dragon Balls, which, by the way, they had the Namekian Dragon Balls. So just everything about this makes zero sense. Okay, so number 20. The filler of Dragon Ball Z is canon to Dragon Ball GT. Okay, finally, this guy gets something that actually makes sense. And I feel like I do not want to credit him too much because of his track record. He probably also found this from someone else. This is actually not a theory. Like, I want to credit him that he actually said something that has some merit, but this is also not a theory. Because we've seen, in Dragon Ball GT, we've seen Cooler, we've seen a lot of movie characters making cameo. As such, the movie events, some of them, are canon to Dragon Ball GT in that regard. Maybe the events themselves are not canon themselves, like 100%, but at least the characters, the filler characters, like Paikuhan, so people don't get angry at me like that one dude in Twitter. But Paikon is canon in Dragon Ball GT because he's a filler character. So I guess filler content would be canon in Dragon Ball GT, at least to a degree, at least, because Dragon Ball GT is also canon to the anime of Dragon Ball Z. Again, anime of Dragon Ball Z, not the manga of Dragon Ball Z. Okay, because I felt like I was poking my eyes with needles by reading some of the previous entries, I decided to skip a little bit. And here we get to Gohan lost his mystic form because he neglected his training. You know, guys, if I really wanted to be tortured, I would just won't do this. Like, seriously, like, I feel like I'm torturing myself here. Why do I say this? Because Gohan did not lose his mystic form because of his lack of training. In fact, if you read the GT Perfect Files, which was written by the creator of Dragon Ball GT, he says that Gohan kept with his training and he's actually stronger in Dragon Ball GT. So this is not a theory, this is just someone who never watched Dragon Ball GT. Again, this guy is not a fan, he just collected some information, decided to make a list out of it. So, there you go. Also here, and to my dismay, this is not a person who didn't watch Dragon Ball GT, but this is someone who didn't even watch Dragon Ball Z. Because he says Goten and Trunks can't fuse anymore because they can't maintain the same power level. They never maintained the same power level. Trunks was stronger than Goten in Dragon Ball Z, so Goku instructed Trunks to lower his power level so they can match it together. Therefore, Gotenks could have still happened if they could just match their power levels again. In fact, and here's something for you. Do you honestly think that Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 and Goku Super Saiyan 4 had the same power level? They did not have the same power level. In fact, Goku was a lot stronger than Vegeta's Super Saiyan 4. In fact, when Goku and Vegeta fused together, Goku was heavily damaged. Like, he was heavily damaged. And even by being heavily damaged, you can also make the case that he had to suppress himself in order to fuse with Vegeta, because Goku's base in Dragon Ball GT is ridiculous. So again, this is someone who just... Seriously, whoever did this honestly wanted to just fuck with me. I'm pretty sure at this point. Okay, this theory says Goku's kid body couldn't handle the stress of the instant transmission technique. How is this a theory? He literally stated that in one of the episodes that he had trouble utilizing instant transmission because of his child body. Like, it just fucked with his ki. He couldn't access his powers. Plus, it was like sort of like a plot convenience that they removed it from him, because imagine if Goku had instant transmission as a kid. Like, we wouldn't need the spaceship. Goku could just locate the Dragon Balls via instant transmission. Or not locate them, but he could just like conveniently use instant transmission to just further the plot and do whatever he wants. Like, we wouldn't have the not the Shadow Dragon arc, but the first few episodes of Dragon Ball GT. So it just, whoever just says these things, like, do people really think before they write this stuff, or they think this stuff? Like, I highly doubt it. You know what? I just give up at this point. I just cannot do this. I'm sorry. I just have to end this video because I think I'm really getting so heated because this is just so stupid. Like, I feel like this is an insult to your time. It's an insult to my time. It's an insult to everyone's time. Like, I feel at this point, like, I need to apologize for everyone who clicked on this video. I'm sorry for wasting your time. We just end it here. Just end it, okay? Just... have a good day, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and peace, guys. I need to. Bye.